Hey everyone, welcome to 5 More Minutes, the show where two friends relive their childhoods or, in some cases, learn about everything they missed out on. I'm Kendra.
And I'm Scott. And Kendra's drinking a coffee.
A peanut butter malt milk
Oh,
iced coffee because
advanced.
I have some of that Ovaltine. Good for your bones and shit.
Ovaltine.
Yeah.
I'm sure you
Also,
watched The Christmas Story at one point.
yeah, but I don't remember that.
There's Ovaltine.
In my sophomore class today, one of my students said something, and then I said something about recording or something about my podcast or something, and he was like, "What, you have a podcast?" And I was like, "Yeah, like I've mentioned it like multiple times by now." And then he was like, "No, no one knows that. Like you've never told us that." And I was like, literally just ask the class right now who knows, because like some of them know. And then he didn't want to do that, so I was like, "Hey, who in here knows I have a podcast?" And like half of them raised their hands.
Nice.
Yeah. And then he was like, "What? When did you talk about that?" And one of my students was like, "I listen to your podcast all the time." And I was like, "Oh, great. So I guess if Maddie's listening, hi."
Nice.
I don't know.
Good
But
job, Maddie.
yeah,
Extra credit.
and then I was like, also, if you guys can like download those, that'd be awesome. So maybe we'll see if we
You
have
can just download them and then delete them
don't
for
even
all I give
listen.
a
Yeah.
shit.
Like if you don't want to listen, that's fine. Just download it and then undownload it. It's whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought that was funny. And then I was like, now I know which of you have been listening to me all trimester. So
That's true.
yeah.
You've been
And then
spacing
one
out.
of them was like, I kind of thought that you had mentioned something about a podcast before, but it didn't really like, you know.
Register.
Also, why are those shoes two different colors? Are they two different
That's their
shoes?
thing. No, they're the same pair.
What are those?
They're Air Jordan 5s.
Well,
What the 5?
I know that part.
Yeah.
But why are they two different colors?
Because whoever designed them made them that way.
When did you get those?
I got them from an auction like a week ago.
From the whatnot. Yeah.
Correct.
I see.
It's been pretty cool. I got like a stack of 4 pairs, so I'll keep like 1 or 2 and sell the rest.
I tried to get on there and look at stuff once, but it was like too hectic for me.
You just find that one stream and just chill.
Yeah. See, I got these. It looks bad.
There you go.
Yeah. Does it say if they're sold out or not for you?
I
Because
can
it
tell
just says
you.
purchased, and I don't know.
I can tell you earlier when I was on, they were not. They are sold out.
The price on StockX is like $50 above retail. They're kind of weird. I was confused that they were trans shoes, but they weren't just like trans colors.
Oh.
I don't think.
Oh,
I don't actually know.
Stupid jokes before we get too far.
Oh yeah, I forgot that we do those sometimes.
Sometimes it's not like a permanent thing, but sometimes. What do lawyers wear to court?
Suits.
Lawsuits. So you're pretty close. What do elves learn in school?
How to be a dentist.
The alphabet.
I was going for what's his name?
Hermie?
Yeah, because he wants to be a dentist.
He does.
I guess there is yellow in some trans things. I'm just kind of. Anyways.
Last one. I ordered a chicken and an egg online. I'll let you know what comes first. There it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, there's yellow in the non-binary and the pansexual flag and the intersex flag. So maybe it's just.
There's a lot of yellow.
Yeah.
Nice. We on them hunt for the shoes,
Oh, yeah.
Or at least I am.
I mean, you did this to me.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
If you had never told me about the sneakers app, I'd have like $500 more right now.
Well, $500, that's not bad.
I mean, I probably do spend money when I shouldn't. But I am generally pretty good at not buying like literally every pair of shoes that I want because I know that I can't.
Well, no one can. There's just so many shoes.
Well, yeah.
There's too many.
And whenever someone's like, "Well, how many pairs of shoes do you have now?" I'm like, "Not as many as Scott, bitch."
That's all you have to say. And they're like, well, wait, how many does he have? And he's
And then
like,
I'm
he
like,
doesn't even know.
and then I'm like, he has like 60 pairs or something.
That's pretty close, yeah.
Yeah. And then people are like, what? And I'm like, yeah, so put that in your juice box. Suck it like a fat egg.
Yeah, I was out to lunch with a client the other day, and he's like, oh, yeah, I have like 8 guitars. And we were like, whoa, you're like kind of a collector then. And he's like, well, yeah, it's not that crazy. And I was like, I have like 60 pairs of shoes, dude. I'm not judging you. So he's like, oh, okay.
See, I feel like I'm on that guy's level because I could think of literally like 8 guitars off the top of my head that if I had more money, I would buy. And I haven't even played my guitar in like 4 months.
Yeah,
I hung some Christmas lights up. Did you notice?
I did.
I was just
How
wondering
festive.
if we should not start until after we enter this and just keep talking about, whatever. I might have to
Sure.
cut some space out. So, anyways, we're back from our shoe break. We did not succeed.
Yeah.
And I'm continuing with my dragons.
Dragon.
And I had extra bad teacher brain, so I didn't really feel like making notes. So I just thought we would do a super awesome dragon quiz. And I could ask you to guess or see if you know who or what or where the dragon is or from. And then I would give a
Whoa.
little bit of fun facts. And I have a couple that are more deep dives
Okay.
Than others. And some that I thought would be I tried to throw a couple like softballs in there, like to see, just to maybe just start out on an easier thing.
You a little simple?
Yeah. Did you open the PowerPoint?
No.
Okay.
Am I safe to do so?
Yeah, but you should try to minimize the film strip if it shows up for you.
It does. How do I do that?
It's on the bottom. It's a little arrow thing.
I see it. Minimized.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I did get one suggestion from Megan. I do not expect you to know it because I was like, what the hell is this? But maybe you will.
Okay. Okay.
But some of them are pretty well known. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see
Yeah.
how it goes.
We'll see. Who knows?
And then I put some dragon quizzes on the end that we could take since we're all, and then maybe next week, or I mean, in 2 weeks from now or whatever, because it's the holidays, it's gonna be weird. But I do want to cover dragon D&D dragon lore and also anime dragon lore. So, but there was too much. And there's also some like D&D supplements from previous editions that I think I need to like find the PDFs for and like go through, and I didn't feel like doing that. Well, it was before I knew we were recording today and not tomorrow or yesterday or whenever.
Mhm.
And I was
That
like,
day.
well, I kept like sitting there being like, I should start doing that, and then just feeling way too tired. So
I know the feeling. I got home yesterday and I was just like, holy cow. I was so passed out.
yeah, it'd be like that.
So dead.
Okay, so we're gonna go to the next slide. Okay.
Okay.
Do you know this dragon?
Is that Smog from
It
Hobbit?
is Smog, yeah. So, just a brief summary of Smog. Smog was a dragon who took over the mountain, the Lonely Mountain, and forced Thorin Oakenshield and his people out of the mountain. 60 years later, he suddenly found a hobbit named Bilbo Baggins, who just really wants to go on an adventure, honestly, invading his home for the Arkenstone. He later plotted to kill Bilbo, Thorin, and their companions, but did not know they intended to drown him in Erebor's forges. However, Smog escaped, but was later killed by Bard, and his son Bane assisted him. And I actually don't know if I've watched all of the Hobbit movies, but I do know that I never read the book.
I read the book
Yeah.
a long, long time ago, but same thing. I think I watched like the first Hobbit, maybe the second one, but
Yeah,
definitely
I
did
know.
not watch
I've seen the
third.
first one for sure because I showed it in my
Yeah.
class. And I mean, I didn't even read Lord of the Rings until after college. And I think I didn't feel like reading The Hobbit. I should though.
Yeah, it's a good book. Either way.
But yeah, also my student I've mentioned them in several episodes and they wanted me to tell you about this because I don't know if I did. Did I tell you about the PowerPoint my student was making that was not for school?
I don't think so.
Okay, so you know how like This I feel like I didn't know people were still doing this, but you remember in 2020 when we were doing the pointless PowerPoints or whatever.
Right.
So they're still doing that.
Okay. It's retro now.
Yeah. This is not PG rated. And I was like, would you feel comfortable telling your other teachers this? And they were like, oh, just you and this other person, this other person. And I was like, okay, so I guess that's 3 teachers. But they're doing a PowerPoint
Sure.
on their school computer. That is which of the Hobbit and Lord of the Rings characters would know how to find the clit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And yeah. And they just keep showing it to me because it is kind of funny. I did try to argue in favor of Gandalf being able to because he has spells. Like find object.
Right. Yeah. I'm sure that'll help him out.
Yeah. And then one of my students who's friends with this person was like, Miss, you said my favorite thing that you've ever said the other day when you said Gollum probably would because he likes to collect small things.
Wow.
Yeah.
He would cut it out of the body and keep it close.
Yeah. Why do the Off-White Deer Summer Nike Dunk Low? What's that?
I have no idea. What is it?
I just had a notification. Oh, is it for I don't see anything called that. Was it for one of the auctions?
What was I hearing? What was their music with that? That was weird.
I'm confuddled.
Yeah, I don't know what you're getting into over there.
I don't know. It's popped up random notifications and I can't figure out what they're for.
Usually, the only ones I've got today are the ones that I clicked like notify me for.
I think I might have turned on all like in general notifications plus but nothing else says Off-White for today, so I don't really know what that was. A Dunk Low Off-White?
I mean, was it just Air Force One low is the green one that just went?
Yeah, but it said available soon.
Oh. Ooh, available soon.
Anyways, I think that those low shoes tomorrow were there blue and white Travis Scotts? Because I almost feel like that's what those are.
Those are, and they will be expensive.
You can kind of tell what some of them are. Some of them it's hard to tell what they are, though.
Yeah, the first two are Travis Scott's for sure.
Anyways, I'm confused about what that was for. Okay, let's go to the next one.
Next slide. So I'm just guessing what it is, right?
Yep.
Which is, I don't remember her name, but it's the dragon from Aragon, right?
Yeah, I also couldn't remember the name until I looked it up, but it's Saphira.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, like Sapphire.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah, and that's baby one. And I've also never seen the movie because just based on the cover, I didn't like the way he looked.
It's pretty rough.
Yeah. But I feel like that was like the first like actual fantasy book I read besides like Harry Potter. And
really?
I mean those like well no, I mean I read like the what were the ones with all the like rodent people?
Redwall.
Yeah, like I read a bunch of those, but I mean like high fantasy dragon stuff. I feel like this is like the first like books like that I really read. And I kind of feel like they were the only ones, honestly, because I kind of came into the nerdum late, you know?
I don't even remember if I even finished that series.
I did.
Why is there randomly music on this? What the fuck?
The app, earlier I had my sound volume turned down all the way and it still played music. I was like,
so weird.
Okay.
Bruh.
Ed Spielers. I thought he's the guy who looked weird on the cover because that's who plays Aragon. But anyways, Saphira is Aragon's dragon. He finds the egg, right? Doesn't he find an egg? Is that how the book starts? I feel like he finds an egg. I also feel like his home is like destroyed or he's like alone. You know, I read this book in like
it's been so long.
Middle school or something. Yeah. So. She's a blue female and the only surviving dragoness. The only known surviving daughter of Iomger and Vervada. There's a lot of dragons in Aragon, though, and I don't really. Honestly, it's been so long since I read it that I don't remember most of the plot. But
no, it's been oh my god, so
but
long.
I know I did read the last book because I own it. But anyways, I didn't write down a lot of information for her because it was like way too detailed to just like read quickly.
All these weird ass names you have to pronounce.
Yeah, also that.
Also, yes.
I told one of my students that you had Goku shoes, and they were like, "What?" And
Those are
also,
Vegeta shoes.
yeah, gosh dang it, that's what I meant. Or even earlier at school, I was like, "Are they Goku shoes or are they Vegeta shoes?" And then I just like couldn't remember, and I was like, "Whatever."
I
They're
wish I had a
Dragon
pair of
Ball
the
Z.
Goku ones. They're worth a lot of money.
Yeah. Um. Also, someone left a Zenitsu pin on my desk today, and I have no idea who it was. And they obviously left before my. I hate this guy because he cries and he's whiny. I was like, "Who left this here?" But like, the bell had rung, and like half the class.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh, see you later.
maybe I'll give that to Cheyenne for Christmas.
There you go.
Oh,
White
I
elephant.
also I bought calendars in person. Nope, that's the record. Isn't this cool though?
It's cool, yeah.
Oh wait, I'm gonna have to cut that out. Does Jackie watch the video? I
I
don't know.
doubt it, but she might if she hears that.
I just got a Zelda one because they had it at Powell's. That bookstore
Nice.
was like so intense, and it's no weird fan art this time.
There you go.
And I got this for Megan.
Nice. Wow.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I also got you something, and then I was like, have I already gotten him something like this? And then I texted Cheyenne, and she said she didn't think so. But I'm still not convinced that I haven't already gotten you this thing.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
guess it'll be interesting then.
Have I gotten you any books in the last 4 years aside from Dune?
Not that I know. Dune was the only one that came to mind when you said book.
Like, not even necessarily like a book, like a novel, but just any sort of book.
I think. I don't remember.
Okay, well, maybe it could have been one of those things where I was like, oh, maybe Scott would like this, and I just never got it too. Like, it could be like that. But
Yeah,
Powell's, wow, that store is amazing. You should go there. Have you been to it?
I have not.
There's like so many. There's like a gold room, an orange room, a pink room, a red room, a blue room. I
So
spent
many
like
colors.
20 minutes in the philosophy aisle, and I bought
Wow.
a book. I bought a book by Michael Foucault called like An Introduction to Human Sexuality.
All right.
Yeah, because
Some
it's
light reading.
theory. Yeah. Anyways, let's go to the next one.
Next slide. Oh, and here we go with ones I'm not going to know the name of. What the fuck is this?
Mm-hmm. We talked about this dragon recently.
Is it Puff the Magic Dragon?
It is Puff the Magic Dragon.
I see. It was either that or I always get the weird
Pete the
white...
Dragon. Oh, Pete the Dragon looks really similar too. But
yeah.
And also there's a lot of lore around the song Puff the Magic Dragon and the show. Yeah, I have like the most information on this. So, Puff the Magic Dragon, which is a song by Peter, Paul, and Mary. Is that what they're called? I think.
Peter, Paul, and Mary? Sure.
Yeah. And it was based on a 1959 poem by Leonard Lipton, a 19-year-old Cornell student. And Lipton was inspired by Ogden Nash's poem titled The Tale of Custard the Dragon.
Custard?
So this is like poemception. And The Tale of Custard the Dragon is a poem for children. A picture book of the 1936 poem was published in 1995. So apparently, maybe we were read this as a child.
Maybe.
But the synopsis of the original poem, The Tale of the Custard Dragon, which, what is a custard dragon? Is that a dessert? Is
it's
it
probably
a custard
just
colored dragon?
Probably in regards to the color, if I had to guess.
The poem opens with the introduction of Belinda and her companion, company of pets, Ink, a kitten, Blink, a mouse, Mustard, a dog, and Custard, the dragon. Everyone in the house is very fond of bragging about their bravery except for Custard. Despite his pretty frightening looks, the dragon cries for a nice, safe cage and gets tickled. His inmates take it for granted that he is a coward and makes him the butt of ridicule. All of a sudden, a pirate breaks into the house with pistols in his hands. Panic-stricken, everyone flees from the scene. However, the seemingly coward dragon chases at the pirate and devours him. Thus, he proves himself as the bravest of all, and everyone feels obliged to him. Now, as the danger is over, everyone again goes about blowing his own trumpet. This sounds worded weird. As
What?
before, and Custard keeps asking for a nice safe cage.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I
that's
would
the
like a nice
original
safe
poem.
cage, please.
Yeah. And okay, so the lyrics of the song tell a story of the ageless dragon Puff and his playmate Jackie Paper, a little boy who grows up and moves on from the imaginary adventures of childhood, leaving a disheartened Puff on his own. The song's story takes place by the sea in the fictional land of Honolulu. And remember, my dad likes to sing this when he's high on oxys.
Right.
Lipton was friends with um, someone either in the band, I think in the band. I think his name is Peter Yarrow. But anyways, he was friends with his housemate and they all studied at Cornell, and he used this person's typewriter to get the poem. Like he retyped the poem, I guess, or maybe that just means that he had the poem in his head and he typed it out. That's probably what it means. And then forgot about it until years later when his friend called and told him that the person had been looking for him to give him credit for the lyrics. So he received a songwriting credit and royalties until his death last year or this year.
Well,
Yeah, and so the original poem had like some slightly different stuff and some like a stanza that wasn't incorporated. Um, and so this is where the song is probably not controversial anymore in 2022, but speculation arose as early as 1964 that the song contained veiled references to smoking marijuana. The word paper in the name of the friend was said to be a reference to rolling papers, like joints,
whoa.
for those people who don't know. The words by the sea were interpreted as by the sea, as in cannabis, which that one seems kind of like a stretch to me, but it was the 60s, so what else was there to do?
They had to find something.
The word mist stood for smoke. The land of Honolulu stood for hot hashish.
Hashish.
Yeah, I knew that I wasn't not gonna do that. And dragon was interpreted as dragon, inhaling smoke.
Dragging on that joint.
Yeah. Similarly, the name puff was alleged to be referenced to taking a puff on a joint. You know the rule: puff, puff, pass.
Right.
Yeah, you gotta be nice. You gotta share. The supposition was claimed to be common knowledge in a letter by a member of the public to the New York Times in 1984. The authors of the song have repeatedly rejected this interpretation and have strongly and consistently denied that they intended any references to drug use. It was part of like the hippie movement though, so I can see why they
Yeah.
would think that. Um, both the writer and the artist have stated Puff the Magic Dragon is not about drugs, and Yarrow has frequently explained that the song is about the hardships of growing older and has no relation to drug taking, except sometimes as you grow older, you take more drugs. Um,
Sometimes you have to.
yeah, that's true. Medication.
Mm-hmm.
He has also said that the song has, quote, never had any meaning other than the obvious one, and is about the loss of innocence of children. In 1973, Peter Yarrow, oh yeah, Peter, Paul, and Mary, Paul Stuckey of Peter, Paul, and Mary, also upheld the song's innocence in a novel way. He recorded a version of the song at the Sydney Opera House, and set up a fictitious trial scene. The prosecutor of the trial claimed the song was about marijuana, but Puff and Jackie protested. The judge finally left the case to the jury, which was the audience, and said if they would sing along, the song would be acquitted. The audience joined in. At the end of their sing along, the judge declared the case dismissed.
I'm sure he was a real judge too.
Yeah, for sure. And then in 1978, there was an animated TV special, Puff the Magic Dragon, which was adapted from the song, or it adapted the song. Either way, I feel like it was like a joint thing.
Mm-hmm.
Then there were two sequels, Puff the Magic Dragon in the Land of the Living Lies, and Puff and the Incredible Mr. Nobody. In all of these films, in all these films, Burgess Meredith voiced Puff. I think that's a famous guy because the name Burgess. That just, born in 1907, died in 1997.
90
4 wives. Jesus Christ, man.
Woo.
He was in the Twilight Zone. He portrayed the Penguin. in the Batman stuff. He's in Rocky. Yeah, he's in a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that's kind of the history there. Puff the Magic Dragon has a 7.5 out of 10, so that's better than a lot of the movies we've watched.
That's true.
And then Lenny Limpton in 2009 posted on his WordPress blog a thank you to Puff the Magic Dragon. Puff the Magic Dragon has been my friend for more than 50 years. It was in the spring of 1959 that I wrote the poem that became the song Puff the Magic Dragon. Yeah, so
Puff.
I don't know. Apparently, he decided that he could do better than Ogden Nash's poem about a dragon, and maybe he did. That's what he says.
Yeah.
And it's become part of folk mythology. It was only a few minutes of writing, but he's reaped so much from the poem. That sort of stuff. He also claims that when he wrote Puff, he didn't know anything about marijuana. He was like, it was Cornell in 1958. People were going to hootenannies. They weren't smoking joints.
Hootenanny.
Yeah. It was Pete Seeger and Michael Row Your Boat Ashore, not one toke over the line, Sweet Jesus, which I guess is a song.
Yeah, sure.
And he says that his feelings about Puff have changed over the years. That is a song by Brewer and Shipley, apparently. Never heard of him, but
Brewer and Shipley.
Yeah, so apparently sometimes he was annoyed with Puff.
Yeah.
People who ask him questions are sheepish about it. And he says that if you're sheepish, don't ask questions. Just be quiet.
Just shut your mouth.
Yeah. But yeah, so the song was released in 1963. The poem was written in 1959. And yeah.
Yeah.
So that was all there is to know about Puff the Magic Dragon, I guess.
Puff.
All right. Go ahead and go to the next one.
Going to the next one. I have no idea what that is.
This is the one that Megan suggested.
It's a little cartoonized.
And then when I was like, WTF is that? She was like, you said outlandish. And I was like,
delivered.
well, you're right. So this is Errol from Discworld. And Discworld is a like graphic novel series by Terry Pratchett. And I've never read anything by him, but Megan like loves Terry Pratchett. I actually am pretty sure I have a book downstairs. But Discworld, so it's a comic fantasy book series written by Terry Pratchett, set on the Discworld, a flat planet balanced on the backs of 4 elephants, which in turn stand on the back of a giant turtle. The series began in 1983 with The Color of Magic and continued until the final novel, The Shepherd's Crown, which was published in 2015 following Pratchett's death. The books frequently parody or take inspiration from classic works, usually fantasy or science fiction, as well as mythology, folklore, and fairy tales, and often use them for satirical parallels from cultural, political, and scientific issues.
Nice.
And I'm actually pretty sure that I would like these, but there's just like a lot. There's 41 novels.
Wow.
Over the course of like 27 years or something. So, that's that's quite a bit of books.
There are quite a bit of books there for sure.
I'm trying to remember. My student told me the name of this book he was reading, and it sounded really good. And I think it's like the end is the beginning or something. The
beginning is the end.
It was like a graphic novel and a book. But I don't want this song by the Smashing Pumpkins, so.
I know.
Anyways. Oh, the beginning after the end. Yeah, that's what it is. I think it's like a manga, but also there's like a non-picture version of it. I don't know. I was confused. Anyways, so that's Errol. And there's just so much information, but Errol appeared in the novel Guards and was originally one of Lady Sybil Ramkin's swamp dragons, which sounds dank, which she kept in the Lady Ramkin's dragon sanctuary. Lady Sybil Vimes, then Lady Ramkin, gave him to Sam Vimes as a present. He ate absolutely everything, including a kettle.
Oh.
and several toys and stuff. His full name was Good Boy Bindle Featherstone of Quirm, but he was nicknamed Errol by Nobby Knobs, who said he looked like his brother. Errol was a freak by Swamp Dragon standards. His wings were about the same size as his abnormally large eyebrows, with a face like an anteater, a pear-shaped body, and gigantic nostrils. He couldn't flame or fly and spent most of his time relaxing. Lady Sybil described Errol as, quote, a complete Whittle, because he was constantly ill and had short, stubby wings. Sir Frank Whittle invented the modern jet engine. I don't know what that has to do with anything. Perhaps this reference is suggesting that Errol rearranged his innards to function as a jet engine, which would explain his actions later in the book.
Okay.
But he is most definitely the weirdest dragon, and he looks like his nostrils are too big. His mouth looks like a beak. His eyebrows are really big.
Real long.
Yeah. So anyways, that's Errol. And he doesn't have top arms, they're just kind of connected to his wings.
Yeah,
like he only has
wings.
two.
That would technically make him like a wyvern, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Anyways, so that was all from the Discworld wiki because I know absolutely nothing about that.
Sure.
All right. Next one.
Next. Oh, that's the Ender Dragon from Minecraft.
Yeah. How do you know that?
What do you mean? Minecraft's a game.
I know, but like I've never played Minecraft.
I've never played it, but I know lots of people that do and seen a lot of videos on it. So,
do you know what the Ender Dragon is?
It's the final boss of Minecraft.
Yeah. The Ender Dragon is a gigantic flying hostile boss mob found when first entering the End. She is the largest naturally spawning mob in the game and is widely known as the final boss. Do you know what happens after the Ender Dragon is slain for the first time?
No.
She slowly ascends, her wings and body becoming more tattered until she disappears in beams of light erupting from her center. There's an explosion of 12,000 experience points, 10 drops of 960 and 1 drop of 2,400. This is enough to bring a player from level 0 to level 68. If killed on top of the bedrock structure, some of the experience orbs will drop into the exit portal.
Oops.
The experience orbs can then be retrieved in the overworld.
Oh, okay.
I don't really understand any of that because I've only played Minecraft Dungeons, but the bedrock structure fills in with an end portal interface to become the exit portal, enabling the player to transport back to the overworld and respawn at their spawn point. A dragon egg appears above the island's central bedrock structure. If a block exists right above the center of the central bedrock structure, then the dragon egg spawns 1 block above the highest block at 0,0. Like the point on the axis.
Right.
If the highest block is at the height limit, then the dragon egg does not spawn. An end gateway portal is generated floating within 75 to 100 blocks of the exit portal. And I think I read something that said if you killed her multiple times, the experience was less or something. But I don't really know much about Minecraft, so
it's a game. The kids play it, it's hip with the kids.
One of my students was playing Roblox today.
Nice.
And I was like, what are they doing that's loud? And he was like, oh, that's the Roblox noise. And then he called it, well, I mean, I know it's like nostalgic because it's like originally old. I don't think I've ever played Roblox. And then he was like, nostalgia. And I'm like, you were like 1 or 2. Or like, were you even born? Like 2006? Maybe. Yeah. Some of them could have been their sophomores, but like.
It's been around so long that you could have played it as a young kid.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I guess depending on your parents, but. And then the other day, this same kid, one of my students was like, oh, I bought him Roblox. And I was like, why would you buy him Roblox? Like, what?
Sure.
But anyway, so yeah, that's the Ender Dragon. Very block-like.
Blocky.
Nice, bright purple eyes, though.
Yep.
All right, go to the next one, bitch.
The next one. Oh, God, what the fuck? It's Ghidorah from Godzilla.
Yeah. I've never really watched Godzilla, so I didn't even know there was a dragon in it.
The three-headed dragon.
I was just on a list of like pop culture dragons and tried to pick some obscure ones.
Yeah. It shoot breeze lightning, if I remember right.
Yeah, it's like Cerberus, but a
Cerberus. Yeah.
dragon. Is that the right thing?
Cerberus, yes,
Yeah.
is the
Okay.
three-headed dog.
Okay. I just was making sure that's like a mythology thing, right?
Yes.
And it's in Hercules. That's why it's in the Colosseum and Kingdom
It
Hearts. I
guards
feel like
the
that's like my only like
it
knowledge.
guards the gates to the underworld.
Yeah, hell yeah. That's how come it's with Hades.
Exactly.
It all makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So Ghidorah is a rival apex predator to Godzilla. Ghidorah was discovered by Monarch lying dormant inside an Antarctic glacier. In 2019, he was freed by Emma Russell and Alan Jonah's eco-terrorist paramilitary as part of their plan to manipulate the Titans and renew the world's ecosphere.
So this is definitely you reading the Godzilla plot, like the new movie. So I don't know if that's the original lore.
Yeah, I was confused. I was like, this sounds too recent, but like that was all the information I could find. So
Mm-hmm.
this video is or image is definitely from like the older Godzilla.
Yeah.
But I like everything that I looked at seems to be like the most updated stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, King Ghidorah, which first appeared in Ishiro Honda's 1964 film
There
Ghidorah,
you
the
go.
three-headed monster.
Yeah.
Ghidorah had its own film.
Well, yeah. Usually they were in like movies when they would introduce a new monster, right?
So it's like a Godzilla movie, but it's about Ghidorah.
Yeah, because it's always like Godzilla versus Mothra, or
But this
something
film
else.
doesn't even have Godzilla's name in it.
I'm sure he's in it though.
Yeah, the character is usually portrayed as an arch enemy of Godzilla and a foe of Mothra. I don't know who Whoa.
Giant moth.
Has Jackie watched that?
No, I mean Godzilla's not really your thing.
But she doesn't like moths.
Yeah.
Despite rumors that Ghidorah was meant to represent the threat posed by China, director Ishiro Honda denied the connection and stated that Ghidorah was simply a modern take on the dragon Yamada no Orochi. I feel like I read about that. That was a Japanese one. I don't think I included it in my slides, but it's an 8-headed, 8-tailed Japanese dragon.
Nice.
Yeah. I don't know
Too
how
many
I didn't
heads.
end up on this page when I was looking before. Maybe I think I clicked on a link from the list of pop culture dragons, and that was probably why. Ghidorah is portrayed as an ancient extraterrestrial entity responsible for the destruction of the Venetian. I think that's no.
Yeah, you said it right.
But it's spelled like Venus. Is that how it's always spelled? I thought Venetian was Venetian.
Oh, it is.
Yeah. Oh, this is just the planet Venus. Venusian, maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
5,000 years before the film's events, in an attempt to destroy Earth, it is thwarted by the combined efforts of Godzilla, Rodan, and Mothra.
Nice.
But yeah, and then Ghidorah is in other movies and whatnot. There's a whole bunch of eras. The Heisei era or Heisei, I don't know. A Millennium era, anime trilogy, Monsterverse, which is probably the one I was just reading. Yeah. King Ghidorah flies and has gravity beams.
Gravity.
And triple laser cannons and stuff like that. A whole bunch of stuff.
Laser cannons. Oh, sure.
Hell yeah. Okay, go to the next one.
Next one. Oh god, isn't this from the Dungeons and Dragons movie?
Yeah.
So ugly.
I don't think I looked at it like that before because like I never like paused the thing, but I was like, whoa, that looks worse than I thought bad. It did. Like its face, like what even is that? You know?
It looks like a meatloaf.
Yeah, it's bad. And none of the dragons I don't think really had names, but in episode 6, we talk about this movie. And they are trying to control the gold dragons, and it's a whole ordeal. Honestly, just watch the movie. It's so bad, it's good.
Yeah, have fun.
Yeah. I just threw that in there because I thought it would be funny, honestly.
Nice.
Yeah. But this is from the end when they're trying to fight all the bad guys.
Yeah, they're all It's a war.
Okay, there's 3 more of these, so you can go to the next one.
Next one. That is probably the little dragon that hatches in Hagrid's cottage in Harry Potter.
Yeah, honestly, I forgot that this dragon existed until I was doing this. So if we were in reverse roles, I would have no idea what that was. Like I literally wouldn't. So this is Norbert.
That's what his name was. Yeah.
Do you know what type of dragon Norbert is?
No. He's a brown one.
Norbert is a Norwegian Ridgeback.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Come on, Scott. Jeez.
Sorry.
There's also a dog called a Norwegian Ridgeback.
Nice.
Yeah, I always thought they were kind of cool. They're originally from South Africa.
Yeah.
You've probably seen them before.
Probably.
They have kind of a stoic pose and like tall legs, and then I don't know, just Google it. They have like a white patch on their chest sometimes.
Nice.
They're pretty cute. I mean, I think most dogs are pretty cute, but you know, I had that encyclopedia of the dog when I was little, so.
Of the dog.
Anyways, Norbert is a Norwegian Ridgeback dragon that Hagrid had acquired as an egg from a mysterious hooded stranger in the Hogshead, who turned out to be Professor Quirrell. Hagrid helps the dragon hatch from the egg. Norbert becomes very dangerous and much bigger in the weeks following. Norbert bit Ron's hand, causing him to require medical treatment due to the venom in her fangs. Harry, Ron, and Hermione. Also, I feel like I read something about how Norbert was originally a male, but then was Norberta. So I'm kind of confused by that. But Harry, Ron, and Hermione finally persuade Hagrid to send the dragon to Ron's older brother Charlie, who is studying dragons in Romania. Oh, here it is. In the Deathly Hallows, Charlie reveals to Hagrid that Norbert is actually female and had been renamed Norberta. Charlie adds that female Norwegian Ridgeback dragons are, quote, more vicious, which explained Norbert's biting and dangerous behaviors as a baby.
What an
also,
angry
I mean,
thing.
It's also a dragon, so I mean.
Yeah, man, what do you expect?
Yeah.
Jeez.
All right. Go to that next slide.
Next one. What the hell is that? Is that from a different Dungeons and Dragons movie?
Yep.
That's what I thought. Is it the second one?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know, which one do you think is better?
The other one at least looks like a dragon. This one is like,
this is kind of like
Poseidon
was in the God of War.
Yeah, it's just like a blue mass with a bunch of teeth. It's like,
yeah,
can't really tell what's going on.
And yeah, because I don't, and also there's really only like one dragon in this movie, so it's weird that it looks so bad.
Yeah.
But this is the one, you know, they go into its thing, like into its hidey hole, and they kill it. It's like a big deal. We think that the guy's gonna die or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like this dragon has a name. I linked the movie, but now I can't. I don't know. The second D&D movie, it's not quite as good, but
I think out of all three of them, that's the one I remember the least.
Did we actually watch the third one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. When I was there, right?
Well, that one was the weird one we had to find.
The Brazil one or whatever, or it was like Portugal.
Yeah, we had to like VPN somewhere.
And then is that the one with like all the paladins?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So I don't really remember this movie that
I think this was
much.
wasn't this the weird one where the evil guy like was trying for, I don't know, it was like summoned by the evil guy. Yeah.
Yeah. I think
he was like controlling it.
I don't even remember when we watched this, but I do feel like I forgot a lot of it.
Been a while.
Yeah, I think I was just getting this movie mixed up with the last one. I was like combining things.
Yeah.
But this one is where he's with like the lady barbarian and they travel through like the portals. Is that this one? Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Anyways, not the one with like the sun and the prophecy and whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
We made it there.
All right. There's one more.
Umas. And that's the one from Dragonheart. You can't fool me.
I've never seen it, but I knew that you had, so I thought I'd put it at the end.
I don't remember what his name is though.
His name is actually Draco.
Oh, well, that's easy.
Yeah, and who is he voiced by?
Sean Connery.
Yeah, I need to watch this movie. Also, one of my students suggested we watch the movie Moonfall for one of our movie things. It has like
thing?
medium 5.1 out of 10.
Nice.
He said it's not very good, but anyway, so yeah, so this is Draco. The dragon was a hustler. He knew a good scheme better than anyone, and his partnership with the dragon slayer Bowen proves to be mutually beneficial and quite lucrative.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I've never watched this movie.
It's a good watch.
But maybe I should. It also well, it only has 6.4 out of 10.
Yeah, I mean, it's not gonna hold up that well.
Maybe at the
For
end
sure.
of our dragon thing, we should do that for our movie.
There
Or
you
the
go.
end of my dragon thing.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so that was our super awesome dragon quiz.
Bam.
And I don't know, we don't have to do both of these. I don't know which one is better because I didn't take them yet, but I have two different which dragon are you quizzes.
Okay. We're bound to get the same one.
Did you just click on the first link?
Wait,
The
where'd
first
you put 'em?
link.
Oh, it's on the
last
on the
slide.
slides.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do the.
This one has 10 questions. So
Perfect.
you gotta look sharp on a night out on the town. What colors do you gravitate?
Oh, dark always. Blacks and grays for me.
If I have a lot of blue lately, but I don't feel like I have a lot of blue shirts. I'm probably wearing blue though, so we'll go with that.
Wearing the blue.
A foe edges into your lair, endangering your horde. What do you use to show they're unwelcome?
So do I have access to all of these things?
I guess. Or maybe just one. Magic, the class dragon weapon. Oh, classic. Jesus. Fire, my plasma blast, or I'm not much of a fighter.
I mean, plasma blast sounds pretty dope.
What I feel like magic is too big because aren't all of these things magic?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think they're getting at the dragon's natural, like, body can produce fire.
Yeah, but what about just the one that says magic?
Yeah, that one's like super broad, so I guess.
Is that gonna be? Can I have like a lightning?
Sure.
I'm gonna pick magic.
Lightning bolt.
Yeah.
The next one. Every great figure has a title. Which one is yours?
Know my answer already.
The unholy offspring of lightning and death itself. Wow. Bright scales.
Yes.
Chiefest and greatest of calamities and the indestructible.
I am bright scales. I am bright scales.
Wow. I guess I'll go with lightning and death itself.
Yeah, you would.
I would.
Even great dragons have great fears. Which one of these things do you fear most? Harm to loved ones, bankruptcy, failure, or abandonment?
If you're a dragon, are you really worried about bankruptcy?
I also feel like if you're a dragon, you're not worried about abandonment. So I'm gonna go with failure.
Usually you're like alone.
Yeah, or I don't know. I guess some dragons probably canonically have families, but I'm picking failure.
I'll do the harm to loved ones. What's a trait that really allows you to soar?
On wings with
Jesus. Wings.
No,
courage, cunning, wisdom, determination.
Wisdom, bitch.
Wow.
I'm a wise dragon. I'm a wise dragon.
So wise.
What trait, on the other hand, clips your wings? Arrogance, impulsiveness, vanity, disobedience. Jesus, probably arrogance. I hate an arrogant bitch.
Well, they're saying you would be arrogant with this.
But
because this is your poor character trait.
Well, I don't want that then. Impulsiveness.
I'm arrogant.
You are arrogant.
Sometimes.
It's okay. What's your relationship with your best friend? We're completely in sync. We even finish each other's sandwiches. I just had that. I was trying to make a Frozen joke. We face, and if you didn't get that, go watch Frozen. Jesus, you're like 18 years behind. That's not long. That's too long, but
that's too
we face challenges together and make a great team. I'm the one who keeps them out of trouble. Bah! I don't have a quote best friend.
How rude. What you gonna go with?
I don't know.
I'm
Probably
gonna
the
go.
challenges.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'll keep him out of trouble.
Wow. How well grounded of you.
I know.
You can read this one.
What's your greatest desire? And
Mm.
it has 5 for some reason.
Okay.
Wealth, justice, companionship, recognition, or strength.
Hmm. Hmm.
You already know I'm locking in strength.
Dragon
Boom.
Kendra doesn't know what to pick.
I mean, if you're trying to be the
Justice.
great wise dragon, you could go for recognition, you know.
No, I'm choosing justice.
Oh, okay,
Because
justice.
I'm Batman. Bitch.
Oh, okay.
Pick an element. Water, air, fire, earth.
I feel like you're obliged to pick water.
Because of my name?
Yeah.
Bitch. I'm gonna pick not that.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick air because I want to fly on wings like Jesus or whatever.
And I'm fire.
You know that verse I always reference, Isaiah, whatever.
Yeah.
I will walk and not grow weary. Anger. Which of these things annoy you the most? Being underestimated, submitting to anyone, insults, thievery, or weakness. Being underestimated, bitches.
I guess I'll go with the weakness since I wanted to be strong.
Almost done.
Bam.
Think.
They're thinking.
What? And then it makes us click
result.
again? What?
Wait.
I have to. I don't want to.
Wait. Oh no, we have to take a real survey to
come
get our
on.
results.
Why only?
No.
Why is there a thing that says why only 2 genders?
So people don't get angry. Which of the following brands of ketchup are you aware of?
Mine's. Which of the following cleaning and disinfecting and brands are you aware of? And one of them is. Oh no, never mind. I thought that was like Listerine, but it says Lysol.
Why?
Man, see, I wish you could know that you were gonna have to do this.
Why?
Other, continue.
Oh
Other,
my god,
continue.
just get me through.
Other.
Stop asking me about ketchup.
Other. I had no questions about ketchup. And then
What
race
the
and
hell?
ethnicity, I thought we were done here. No children.
When
If
shopping
you,
for
I just said
ketchup.
no children.
What brands do you consider?
Does my
What is
dog count
happening?
as a person? Why are there so many? Never, 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 never.
Who? Oh my god, who cares about ketchup? None of the above.
Why are all
employment
of your
status-
questions about ketchup?
Why are you? And now they're asking me what employment I'm in.
I clicked on the last one and I clicked continue and nothing happened. Did we just
Oh,
take this
no.
quiz for no reason?
Oh my god. Okay, here you go. What we're gonna do, I'm gonna give you what your dragon is. Beep boop boop boop. Calculating. You are a mythical blue dragon. Your strengths include magic, wisdom. You enjoy having companionship, but you don't necessarily need it. You are a strong, independent dragon, and you don't need no mate. And you live in a high tower all by yourself.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
you're a red dragon. You know why?
Okay.
Because
Why?
red dragons are covetous, evil creatures interested only in their own well-being, vanity, and extension of their treasure hoards. They are supremely confident of their own abilities and are prone to making snap decisions without any forethought.
Okay.
They're fearsome and cruel. They delight in ruin, death, and destruction, and they breathe a cone of fire.
Oh my god, I finally got a dragon.
Mine froze.
Okay, but it makes no sense at all. You want to take a guess what kind of dragon
Do you think
I am?
if I refresh, it'll do anything?
I don't know. I mean, take a guess. What kind of dragon do you think I am?
Are they? Oh, I got mine too. Is yours from a movie? Mine is.
Yes. Yes.
Are you Smog?
No, I'm
Oh.
toothless. And I am quirky, playful, and generally docile. But if anyone tries to harm anyone close to you, woe to them. You're also smart and brave, not to mention have a bit of an attitude. So there you go.
Dropped off. Oh, okay. I'm one of the dragons from my PowerPoint.
So you're Smog.
No.
Oh, what are you from then?
Just guess and see if you get it right.
You must be Saphira.
Yeah. Hail, bright scales. I see. I picked bright scales, so that's probably why.
Was that the only thing?
Your wisdom exceeds your years, and you belong to the sky. I also picked air. I picked wisdom. You can get a little vain, but you're fierce. No one better get on your bad side. I literally just had to refresh mine, and it went to the answers.
Oh, I had to answer 37 questions about
Well,
ketchup.
I did all that, and then it froze.
And
Let's
one of
do
the
the
things it
next
asked
one
me,
too.
it's like, as the primary purchaser of ketchup in your household, what brand do you buy? And I was like, oh my God.
Okay. This one has 15. We'll power through it.
Oh God. Okay. Quick.
Okay. You fancy a curry. How hot would you like it?
Um,
I don't want super hot, but I do like spicy curry. I'm gonna make it all spice.
I do a couple of chilies, maybe.
But
Pick a
that's not as
sport.
hot. Don't you like more spice? Pick
Yeah.
a sport.
Football.
I guess I tried rugby once, but it's not my jam.
What's your favorite Harry Potter book?
I like the Order of Phoenix because isn't that the one
That's a good one.
where you get Lupin and Tonks?
No, that's Prisoner of Azkaban.
Oh, but I mean the 5th book where they all meet up and they make.
Oh, when they're in it more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you pick?
Goblet of Fire.
I also like that. I feel like they picked all of the best ones and put them there.
Yeah.
Pick a holiday destination. Pembrokeshire. Somewhere like Thailand.
Give me a beach.
I honestly wouldn't mind going to like the UK, so I'm gonna pick that. What the F is this image?
What's your favorite season? Spring.
I like all of them. I don't know what to pick. Probably summer. Are you scared of the English patron saint, Saint George?
No. What?
Is Saint George, Utah named after this guy? That would be weird. I feel like it's named after a Mormon named Saint George. Who question mark is what I picked for that.
Nice.
What did you get up to last weekend? Set fire to lots of medieval villages, guarded an emperor, ate a Greek hero alive, and I was 20 minutes in the philosophy section, so I think I have to pick that one.
I ate a Greek hero alive.
Wow.
What would make... Wait. Did you get this too?
Answering this question won't affect your score. Do we have to answer it at all?
I'm not answering it.
Okay. Do you have wings? Hell
Yes.
yeah. Huge AF ones, bitch.
Yes.
Pick a snack. Live cows, turtle eggs, humans, llamas. I'm going to go with turtle eggs because that sounds delightful.
Live cows.
Oh, boy. Like them big, huh?
Oh, yeah.
See, look at this. Looks like a gargoyle. I'm gonna have to talk about gargoyles. What's more annoying? When people steal your gold? When people cut your head off?
Yeah, that's pretty annoying.
When people attack your friends, or when people call you a dinosaur? I'm picking that one.
When I cut my head off. I mean, how rude is
Isn't
that?
this just a lizard? What is this?
Yeah, that's like a iguana or something.
Are you good or bad? I'm good but dangerous. Good, bad, or evil? I'm doing good but dangerous.
Nice.
Who is this guy?
What do you think of Welsh people? Are we bringing like
maybe
ethnicities
this is like
into this?
Maybe this is like a UK-ish website or something.
Never heard of them, but they sound cool.
They smell delicious.
What's your biggest weakness? Nice and shining armor, Greek demigods, other dragons, people forgetting you exist. Greek demigods.
I'll do people forgetting you exist in. Where would you rather go on holiday? Japan, the seaside. Wasn't there already another question about this?
There's a
camping
beach one,
on the
yeah.
Isle of Wight, a mountain reserve. I'm gonna do the Isle of Wight. I feel like
Japan.
this quiz was made by someone from like
yeah,
Wales. Jesus.
Or what they did is they picked 4 dragons. One's in Japan, one's in Greece, one's in like Ireland, and one's somewhere else.
That's true. What's your best party trick? Starting barbecues, tying yourself up in knots,
what?
Speaking ancient human language, or really creeping out the neighbors?
No, I creep the neighbors out all the time.
I guess I'll do. Well, the other day I was really tired. I was talking in a southern accent for like 2 hours, so I'll do the accent one. Oh,
I am a hydra.
I got Quetzalcoatl.
Oh yeah, see, so it was straight, just like where.
Yeah, part serpent, part lizard, part bird, but all dragon, baby.
You're a terrifying ancient Greek dragon called the Hydra. I didn't really know. I mean, Hydra is like roughly a dragon, I guess. You have loads of heads, and when one is cut off, another 2 grow in its place. Your blood is also poisonous.
I guess I didn't really talk about Hydra when I covered all the other ones, did I? That's weird.
Mm-mm.
But I did talk about Quetzalcoatl.
You did.
Most people have never heard of you, which makes you a weird choice, but you are a god of knowledge and rule wisely over Central and South America.
Wow.
Heck yeah.
Heck
Well,
yeah.
that was an eventful time.
Yeah. A little bit. Good times, dragons.
Heck yeah. Our CrossFit workout had a lot of abs yesterday, and I'm kind of sore.
Nice.
Yeah, so I don't know what Scott's gonna talk about next, but something. So I
Something.
don't know.
Even he doesn't know.
Next week is like Thanksgiving, so I don't know if what we're doing. We could always take a week off too.
True. In observance.
Although I guess last week is next week. The next one would be the last week of the month too, so we could also just watch a movie while you're here and then talk about it.
True. True.
I don't know. Well, we don't know. Maybe there'll be an episode at the end of the month. Maybe there won't be.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Tune in to find out.
Bitches.
Yeah.
Do you have things to plug?
No, I'm good to go.
Okay. I have all my dice 15% off. I think my URL works, but sometimes it still won't load for me. But brokenbowdiceshop.com. Buy my dice so that I feel better about buying shoes.
Oh yeah.
You can send us an email to 5FIVE more minutes pod at gmail.com. You can follow us on our socials at 5 MMPOD. You can find us or you talk about us. No one ever talks about us using the hashtag 5MMPOD. Leave us a review. We should really do something to like make people want to do that.
We got a free hat here. Giveaway. Whoever
Oh.
reviews gets a hat.
What kind of hat is that?
I don't know. It's a Billionaire Boys Club hat.
The F is that?
I don't know. I got it at an auction as part of my purchase.
Billionaire Boys Club.
It's a size 7 5/8.
Wow.
We have a big head.
Official store of the Billionaire Boys Club. This is kind of odd. Okay. They
You could have this hat.
They have candles on their website.
Yep. Sure.
Anywho, yeah. You can find us wherever you get your podcast. You can find us on YouTube. You can like and subscribe, and please download the episodes. Share us with your friends and family. Your friends who are your family who's more like friends and family. Yeah. I think that's most of the stuff.
I guess whoever first reviews us can send us a DM and we'll send you a hat.
Yeah. We should try to do it more officially. Weren't we talking about doing something where we'd have them like take a picture and then send us a picture and then we could enter all the things in? Just if you leave us a review, send us a picture. We'll try to make it more official, but we have full-time jobs and
picture of what?
We're tired of their reviews, so we know that they did
it. I get
yeah. Anyways, that's all I have to say. I'm pretty tired. It's Friday.
Sam, pretty tired.
Bitches. Woohoo.
Yeah, bitches. We clock out till next time and maybe we'll have an episode next week. Suck it.
Hell yeah. Bye.